In today's video, we get to have a little bit of fun because the Murders at Karlov Manor we all know is not selling, but now I get to talk to you about what is selling in the sealed product market and how this uptrend may affect Magic the Gathering more than players realize, and it actually benefits your local LGS. So in today's video, guys, we're talking about the sealed market, but we're also talking about the players of Magic the Gathering doing something a little bit unexpected. Now, before we start today's video, a reminder that if you enjoyed the content today, if you want to hang out with the Moxman every single day, because I put out new content every day, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and you're going to get this ugly mug 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and extra on Sundays for the live stream. Now, let's get serious here. There has been movement in the secondary market of Magic the Gathering, but for sealed product. We know this market's been dead for a while. After the 30th anniversary, after the overprinting of so many products and the market being flush with Amazon dumps, we could basically do a rant video for 16 minutes about everything that Wizards of the Coast has done wrong. But here's the other thing. The market got flushed out. Players did buy these products when they were on sale for $70, $80. Things got moved. And the market went dead. And nobody has cared. Nobody. I'm not buying boxes. Most of you aren't buying boxes. The odd box here and there, but you're not buying the way you used to. You're so angry and frustrated that there's no value left, you've been staying away. But now I get to tell you that you're not staying away. Maybe you on the other end of this particular video is, but players are starting to buy old sealed product from your local LGS. That's right, the back stock is starting to move. And there are several reasons why this is happening. The biggest being price point. I'll tell you right now. The emails, the product's moving, it is price point. When you can get a box of New Capenna for $89.99 Canadian, people are going to buy it. There's some decent cards in there. It's a good play experience. There's cards you may want to have some fun with. Maybe you're just having a draft night and everyone only pitching in $25 to get 6 booster packs and a whole night of entertainment, even if it is just New Capenna, has boxes moving. How about Throne of Eldraine? How about War of the Spark? Kamigawa Neon Dynasty? Avacyn Restored. Guys, this stuff is moving. It is starting to sell even collector boxes, older stuff that's still not expensive, like Core 2021. These boxes, go ahead and look on Amazon, take a look around, look at your local LGS. Take a peek, because the emails and the sales I'm seeing are starting to add up. Now, why are they adding up? Why are things changing? And I think this is kind of interesting as well. The players of Magic the Gathering are getting more of a D&D type persona, where they are banding together. Because when you look at products like play boosters being universally rejected, whammy, we don't want it. It's not just the cards and theme. The price has a lot of players really cheesed off. And those players, although some of them might be in the minority, players like me who haven't bought sealed cases for well over 2 years now and only buy the odd individual box, those types of players, may be looking at old product now because it's so underpriced. And we are banding together and saying no to the new prices, knowing that there is so much old product to explore, to play with, to experience, even things like Ikoria. It's still so much cheaper than a play booster box. The players are going back and buying these things. And they're not sitting on them. I have several stores who told me some players came in, they split a box, and they spend the whole night playing. Great for the LGS, great experience for the players. Everyone is happy. And they saved money. And the LGS moves old stock, old backroom stuff. This is something that I think Wizards better get ready for. Because yes, the amount of back product that is available is finite. There's only so much of it. It's been flushed from the system. Some people own it. Some people cracked it. Sooner or later, you run out of that kind of thing. But it literally could go for years, depending on the LGS you're at. It could go for years, and understand that buying all that back product up to sit on is probably not the best idea. I know some players who are doing it because they've emailed and spoke to me about it. But for me, the idea that players are banding together almost like that D&D style, where they just say, no, we're not buying this. Do something about it. And now the ball is back in Wizards' court to do something about it. They got to keep their revenues up. They got to find different ways of tapping into our wallets. But when nobody opens their wallet other than singles, when nobody opens up the boxes and skews the secondary market in weird ways, and they go back and buy old product, that is something I really didn't expect to see at this point in the market. Nothing in my numbers told me that we are going to see stronger sales than this, but if you start looking around, you'll see them. You can look on eBay, look on TCG Player, take a look on various websites that keep sales records, and you can start seeing stuff. You start taking like, oh, 2 sold here, 3 sold here, 4. It's not in the tens of thousands, but those players are buying them for a reason. And when your local LGS reports to you saying, hey, this LGS or that LGS, we sold a couple of boxes here, the players just cracked it right there in the store and played the whole night away. That's players making a decision with their money. They may not be happy with play boosters because they're so expensive, but they can look back now, buy a thing like Ikoria, buy Dominaria United, buy a draft box, split it, crack them open, and play. And they only spend $130, $120, $99, $89, depending on the box. The old ones are so cheap right now in comparison to the new ones, and the value's not being added into the new ones the way players expect, that they're just turning back and buying something older that's been around for a few years, but it's sitting on a store shelf. It sits there. And your LGS hasn't marked it up because nobody's been buying it. And you didn't buy anything sealed, and now you've decided to enter that market for whatever reason, either to crack it with some friends or just to take home and say, I got 2 boxes of this for 1 box of a play booster. I've decided to do this instead. Crack one open for fun because, hey, Dominaria United has got things like Sheoldred. Maybe you went ahead and you're one of those people who bought Modern Horizons 2, which, by the way, has surprisingly high sales in the last 20 days. I know we have Modern Horizons 3 coming, but seeing those boxes sell at $500 a box Canadian, that's very interesting as well. Because some of these sales numbers and the products that we're seeing sell are a little bit peculiar. Because when I see a collector box being sold of older products, that to me as a player tells me, and as a finance guy, you're saving that box. You're not buying that to open right now because the cards inside are not super valuable, but maybe you're trying to get one of each collector box. Well, they're really cheap. Kaldheim, collector box is selling. New Capenna, super cheap, collector box is selling. Strixhaven, collector box is selling. People are buying the collector boxes because they're super cheap. They're way less than they were before. You're saving 30 to 40%, at least Canadian dollars in some cases. And I know in the US, some of the prices are even better, depending on where you are. So I want to know, guys, you got to fill me in. Have you been buying some of these boxes? Have you and some friends been splitting on some stuff because you're so annoyed at the play booster box that you can't handle it? You hated Karlov Manor so much that you went back and you bought older boxes to open with some friends to keep sealed for yourself, maybe even speculating because they're so cheap, you're willing to take the risk and see where things end. Either way, Wizards of the Coast is left kind of wondering, hey, where'd the sales go? But your local LGS benefits, and so do you as a player, getting to buy what you want to buy at a price point that you're willing to spend at. Thanks again, guys, for hanging out. Thanks for being here today. A little bit of a shorter video. Don't have much to say after this other than I'm surprised that even things like Jason Veraska, they're selling. Those kind of Clash Pack decks, they're selling. Bundle packs are selling. Older ones. Even some of the really old boxes, you'd be surprised what's selling out there when you take a look around. It's not just your LGS in your town. You got to go wider and you got to cast a big net to take a better look at what's going on around you. And when you capture those sales and you look and you go, it's very interesting. And by the way, also reserve list cards and single market doing extremely well. We're going to talk about the reserve list this weekend coming up on the Sunday edition of the reserve list. You're going to want to take a look at that and tune into the live stream. And of course, if you're buying any cards, please remember to use my affiliate link. You'll find it in the description of this video for TCG Player. If you buy anything using my link, I get a 3.5% kickback for the channel. It helps me buy cards to use here on the channel for everyone. So thanks again for everybody who takes the opportunity to do that and support the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Oh, that's right, Saturday. The Saturday top 10 selling cards. It's going to blow your mind. I've already started doing some of the counts. It is insane to see where some of these cards are going. Anyway, I've talked too much. The time is up. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. Yes, the Ramble Jamble is still going to be coming up. Don't worry. Hey guys, you're here at the end credits. You've made it this far in the video. These are all the supporters of the channel. These are the people who put down their hard-earned money to make sure that content gets created here by MTG Moxman every single day. So thanks again to all the amazing patrons and supporters of this channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Okay, you made it. You are among the elite. Because you made it through the end of the video. You made it through all that stuff to make it to the Ramble Jamble. You've stepped into the back door. The room that has the red door that says do not enter, you're now in it. So here we go. Sales on sealed product are not something I've been tracking for the last little while because I knew the sales were dead. I was asking some questions about top 10 sales and got some interesting answers back about funny sealed product sales that have been happening the last little while. Because they knew in the past I've really kept a good track of those. I usually ask those of the biggest stores, not my smaller stores I deal with, but at the same time, I now got to put up more emails this weekend. I need more answers to things, but it looks like the uptick in sales directly correlates to the lack of interest in the Murders at Karlov Manor, the play boosters, and the set as a whole. Players still want to spend money somewhere. They still want to play and enjoy, so they're doing these chaos drafts. They're buying 2 or 3 boxes every 2 weeks and sharing it amongst themselves for play nights is the kind of answer I'm getting. And of course, the LGS owners are kind of happy about this because they're moving back stock, which lets them move money into the newer products coming up. Even if it is still risky, at least they're not fronting the cash on their credit cards. They have some actual cash that's in the till that they can use. Fascinating stuff. And the whole banding together. The reason I said players are kind of banding together D&D style, it looks like players are. These players were definitely negative about the new products and said, I can buy older stuff at half the price. I'm going to do it. Forget it. I don't need the new cards. I can buy the singles of anything I need for a commander deck, or if I'm going to play standard, I'll just pick up the singles. I'll wait another 90 days. They'll drop. They'll collapse. This product's pathetic. And away they went. Now, I only got that from 2 stores because they directly asked those customers. But either way, it's still 2 stores. It's still 2 people, 2 different experiences. Now I've got to ask more questions. But either way, guys, I think it's all fitting together. I think players are kind of standing up for themselves and just say, nah, not going to do it. Feels like 30th anniversary in a way. Maybe not loud. Maybe it's kind of quiet quitting. Quiet quitting, yeah. That's what it feels like. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. The coffee is definitely empty, but you guys deserved an explanation because you made it this far, man. You made it here. I'll see you guys this weekend. Don't forget, man, crazy stuff with some sales this night, all right? This weekend, yeah. Reserve list up. Dual lands. We'll talk.